Drama is heating up and fans are shocked. Melody just fired back at Martell after his explosive jealous rant, and her response has everyone talking. Emotions are running high. Old wounds are being reopened. And what she said could change everything in their ongoing feud. You won't believe the tension behind these words. And trust me, this is just the beginning of a controversy that's about to blow up online. The social media world is buzzing after Melody's bold response to Martell's jealous rant. Fans have been following this drama closely, but what really went down behind the scenes is even more intense than what's being shared online. Melody didn't just clap back. She delivered a response that's filled with emotion, history, and truth, making it clear that she's standing her ground. In this video, we're breaking down every detail of the confrontation, from Martell's public outburst to Melody's no-holds-barred reply. You'll discover the context of their past interactions, the reasons behind the jealousy, and the reactions, from fans and insiders alike. It's where it gets interesting. There are layers to the story that few people are talking about, including private messages, social media hints, and theming of Melody's response. By the end of this video, you'll see why this feud has captured so much attention and what it could mean for both Melody and Martell moving forward. Before Melody's viral response, there is a long history between her and Martell that many fans may not fully understand. Their relationship has been marked by ups and downs, public disagreements, and private tensions that occasionally spilled into the spotlight. While social media highlights moments of drama, the full story reveals patterns of jealousy, miscommunication, and lingering resentments that eventually led to the latest explosive confrontation. Martell's jealous rant didn't come out of nowhere. According to insiders, previous interactions between the two involved misunderstandings over attention, loyalty, and past decisions that never fully resolved. Over time, these unresolved issues simmered, and what might have seemed minor to outsiders built into a tense dynamic with both parties. Occasionally venting frustration publicly, Melody, for her part, has maintained a strong, assertive persona throughout the years. She's known for standing her ground and refusing to be drawn into unnecessary drama. But when Martell's rant crossed the line, she felt compelled to respond. Her response wasn't just emotional, it was calculated. Addressing past grievances, clarifying misunderstandings, and sending a clear message about boundaries and self-respect. Here's what's particularly interesting. Fans have noticed subtle social media cues leading up to this moment. Posts, comments, and stories hinted at tension long before the viral rant. Observant followers could piece together a pattern that pointed to the inevitable clash. Yet, even with this buildup, Melody's response caught many off guard because of its honesty, directness, and emotional intensity. But here's the cliffhanger. What she said in her reply wasn't just a reaction. It contained revelations about past decisions, missed opportunities. It perceives as Martell's jealousy interfering with their relationship. The next section will break down the viral rant itself, analyzing Martell's words, tone, and the key moments that provoked Melody's decisive response. Fans won't want to miss the details because they show a side of this feud few have seen before. The spark that ignited the latest controversy was Martell's public rant, which quickly went viral across social media platforms. In his post, Martell expressed frustration, jealousy, and disappointment, directing pointed remarks at Melody. While some viewers dismissed it as typical social media drama, the content and tone of his rant suggested deeper emotional undercurrents. Friends and insiders claimed that Martell's words reflected long-standing resentment rooted in unresolved issues and perceived slights over time. Martell's rant included accusations that Melody had overlooked or disregarded his feelings in the past, which struck a nerve with fans who had only seen the surface of their interactions. He used emphatic language punctuated by emojis and screenshots. Tolite moments he felt were ignored or undervalued. Social media commentators were quick to analyze the post, debating whether it was a genuine expression of hurt or a calculated move to provoke a response. What made the rant particularly explosive was its timing. It appeared shortly after Melody had made public statements about moving forward in her personal life, creating a contrast that amplified the drama. Observers noted that Martell's jealousy seemed intertwined with not only past grievances, but also a fear of being sidelined or overshadowed. This dynamic added complexity to the situation, showing that the conflict was not merely about one incident, but rather a series of emotional and relational tensions building over time. Fans quickly reacted, flooding comments with opinions, support, and criticism. Some praised Martell for expressing vulnerability, while others condemned his approach, arguing that airing personal disputes publicly was inappropriate. The viral nature of the post ensured that even casual followers became invested, making it a trending topic across multiple platforms. Here's the twist that fans didn't see coming. Melody's response wasn't just a defense, it was a public reckoning. She addressed the underlying issues head-on, dismissing jealousy and asserting her boundaries, making it clear that past opportunities had passed. Her statement struck a balance between emotional honesty and empowerment, and it instantly fueled conversations across social media. But the cliffhanger here is this. What Melody revealed in her reply included hints at private messages, decisions Martell allegedly made, and missed chances that reshaped their dynamic entirely. The next section will dive into Melody's viral response, breaking down the words, tone, and the powerful message she sent to both Martell and the public. This is where the story takes a dramatic turn that fans won't forget. Melody's response to Martell's viral rant quickly became the focal point of the drama. Rather than reacting impulsively or letting the jealousy play out, she crafted a reply that was both assertive and emotionally resonant. Her words were precise, leaving little room for misinterpretation. You had your chance. These 4 words encapsulated a history of unresolved issues, missed opportunities, and personal boundaries that Melody was unwilling to compromise further. What made Melody's response particularly striking was the combination of timing, tone, and clarity. Unlike Martell's rant, which was reactive and emotional, Melody's reply demonstrated control and self-awareness. She didn't just call out his behavior. She contextualized it, reminding fans and Martell alike of past choices, mutual misunderstandings, and moments where she had extended patience or tolerance. Her reply was a mixture of closure, empowerment, and a subtle warning that further public displays of jealousy would not be entertained. Social media erupted in response. Fans praised Melody for standing her ground with thousands of comments highlighting her confidence and composure. Analysts and commentators began dissecting every word, noting how her phrasing suggests forgiveness and finality. Some followers interpreted it as a turning point in their ongoing saga, signaling that Melody had reached a stage of emotional clarity that Martell might not have anticipated. But here's where it gets even more compelling. Melody's response included hints at private interactions that fans had never seen. Social media sleuths began piecing together clues from previous posts, stories, and interactions, revealing a more layered narrative behind the public feud. These hints suggested that Martell's jealousy may have been fueled by misunderstandings, insecurities, and past decisions that Melody had addressed privately, but which were now spilling into public view. The ripple effect was immediate. Influencers, bloggers, and fan accounts began analyzing the feud, creating trending hashtags and discussion threads. The story spread across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, turning the exchange into a viral event. What was initially a personal conflict transferred into a public conversation about boundaries, respect, and accountability in relationships, especially when those dynamics play out on social media. And here's the cliffhanger that keeps fans glued. Insiders suggest that Melody's response might not be the final word. Private conversations, direct messages, and undisclosed interactions hint at further developments that could escalate. the drama even more. Her measured yet bold reply may have been a turning point, but the story behind the words and the consequences for Martell are still unfolding. In the next section, we'll explore the fan and public reactions in detail, analyzing how several exchange influenced social media, public opinion, and even the reputations of both Melody and Martell. This section will reveal the broader implications of the feud, showing why it's more than just a personal dispute. It's a cultural moment that fans are dissecting across multiple platforms. Once Melody's response went public, social media erupted like wildfire. Fans, influencers, and casual observers alike rushed to comment, repost, and dissect every word of her reply. The conversation quickly dominated trending topics on platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, making it one of the most talked about exchanges in recent weeks. Asterisk, insecurity, or when Melody appeared to set boundaries that were later challenged. This soothing added layers to the narrative, giving followers a sense of participating in the story rather than just watching it unfold. Influencers and bloggers were also quick to capitalize on the situation, creating reaction videos, discussion threads, and even polls asking fans to weigh in on who won the social media showdown. Memes began circulating, emphasizing Melody's line, "You had your chance," turning it into a viral catchphrase. The speed and scale of the spread demonstrated not only the power of social media in shaping public perception, but also how emotionally charged responses can go viral in a matter of hours. The ripple effect extended beyond fans and influencers. Friends, family members, and acquaintances of both Melody and Martell began sharing their opinions, some anonymously through posts and comments. Insider sources suggested that these reactions added fuel to the fire, creating additional pressure on both parties to respond or clarify. Social media became a virtual arena where personal history, reputation, and emotional intelligence were all on display for millions to witness. And here's the cliffhanger that keeps the tension high. While Melody's response gained widespread support, whispers from insiders indicate that there are private messages, undisclosed exchanges, and behind-the-scenes dynamics that fans haven't seen yet. These could dramatically alter how the feud is perceived and may even lead to more public statements or unexpected reconciliations. The story isn't over, and the next section will delve into the underlying reasons for Martell's jealousy, the missed opportunities, and the personal history that fueled this dramatic exchange. Understanding this context is crucial to seeing the bigger picture and why Melody's words carried so much weight. To truly understand the intensity behind Martell's jealous rant and Melody's pointed response, we need to look at the history between them. This is not a story about a single moment of tension. It's about years of unresolved feelings, miscommunication, and missed opportunities that have culminated in the current explosive exchange. Insiders reveal that Martell's jealousy may stem from a pattern of interactions where he felt overlooked, undervalued, or sidelined. While Melody often maintained a diplomatic and calm demeanor, Martell reportedly struggled to communicate his feelings constructively. Over time, these small frustrations compounded, creating a reservoir of resentment that finally surfaced in the viral rant. According to sources, Martell may have interpreted Melody's independence, career moves, or personal decisions as intentional slights, even when none were intended. At the same time, Melody's assertiveness played a key role in shaping the dynamic. She has a history of standing firm in her choices, valuing her boundaries, refusing to let jealousy or external pressure dictate her actions. While some viewed this as strength, Martell's perspective reportedly framed it as distance or disinterest, feeding into the emotions that sparked his public rant. It's a classic example of how differences in communication styles and emotional expression can escalate tensions over time. What makes the story even more compelling is the pattern of missed opportunities for reconciliation. Friends and insiders suggest that there were multiple moments where dialogue could have prevented the public fallout. Private messages, informal conversations, and subtle gestures could have resolved some of the underlying jealousy. But for reasons unclear, those opportunities were never fully realized. This failure to address issues earlier allowed the tension to build, ultimately resulting in the explosive online confrontation.